From the newest arrival to safety at the nest, this is Central News.
From the broadcast studio in the Department of Mass Communication at North Carolina Central University, this is Central News.
Good afternoon. My name is Ceylon Edmondson, and this is Central News. The new Johnson & Johnson vaccine has finally made its way to the nest. Let's see how students are feeling with this new arrival. Victoria has more on the scoop.
Thank you, Ceylon. With rising COVID rates in our area, NCCU has allowed a vaccination clinic right here in the nest, with hopes of vaccinating as many Eagles as well as community members as possible. The vaccination clinic is located on the second floor of the Walker Building in the basketball gym. There you will find nursing students taking the opportunity to get hands-on experience by giving the vaccine to Eagles and the members of the community.
It's in our best interest to make sure that our community gets vaccinated as quick as possible so we can get to our students, hopefully before the semester ends.
The clinic allows Eagles to have an easier access to the vaccine and will only take about 20 minutes of their time. This will help contain the spread of COVID so that we can get back to enjoying our college experience. I spoke to a few students that feel that this is a great opportunity and should be taken advantage of.
Also, it can be a little intimidating, but I just feel like it makes it easier for people to get vaccinated if they do decide to.
The clinic will be accepting new patients every week and giving out the vaccine every Tuesday and Thursday, right here at the Leroy T. Walker Building. Johnson & Johnson is a vaccine provider that is given on campus, which allows students to only get one shot and not have to return.
Everybody wants a regular college experience, and we cannot get back to a college experience that looks like homecoming games and homecoming parties without us having herd immunity. So we really have to get to a place that everybody is safe from this virus.
Now, keep your eye out for more clinic updates every week. Reporting for Central News, Victoria Cooper.
NCCU students are concerned with crimes occurring near campus. Jordan has more on the story.
Thank you, Ceylon. As a result of the frequent crime that has been occurring both on campus and in adjacent neighborhoods to the NCCU community, some students are concerned about their safety. The high frequency of violent crime in close proximity to NCCU's campus has caused great worry to some students, making them feel unsafe when walking around campus at certain times, especially during the night. One NCCU student said that they were able to recall approximately 5 incidents where they heard gunshots from their dorm room within the past month, saying that it's something that you learn to get used to, although they described the public disturbances to be unsettling.
At night, you really don't know what's hiding around the shadows. I remember because I was walking from my car alone at night and I started hearing the gunshots, which was completely shocking.
Although there have been causes for concern within the community, according to the campus police chief, the amount of crimes that have occurred on campus have decreased within the past year. This is likely a result of implementations from the Department of Police and Public Safety, which include extra security across campus, increase of police patrolling, the placement of overnight security within the residence halls, and the utilization of cameras to be able to track down individuals who actually have committed a crime so that they may be penalized appropriately. Our campus police have also been keeping an open line of communication with the City of Durham Police to have a better understanding of the crimes happening in close proximity to campus.
And we've also worked with them to establish expanded jurisdiction, which means that the NCCU Police Department now has jurisdiction around the campus as well into the neighborhood.
The department has been working with the Durham Police closely, providing them with visual evidence and camera footage that points to surrounding neighborhoods when needed. In the future, campus police will be working with Durham to ensure that they're working together to keep the neighborhoods and campus safe. More information on the measures being taken by campus police to help ensure the safety of its students is soon to come. Reporting for Central News, Jordan Massey.
Spring semester is coming to an end and the housing selection is about to begin. But will students decide to live off campus due to COVID? Justin is on the scene.
Thank you, Ceylon. Residential Life hosts a race every year, but will there be much of a race this year due to COVID-19?
Towards the end of the spring semester, there's always been a race for students to select their housing. But due to the policies on campus from COVID-19, some of the students prefer to move off campus or even take a break from school. This can affect the life on campus, making students unsure of coming back.
Institution, we always have to look at what is best for the campus. And so even though guidance may loosen when it comes to certain things externally, there are still processes that have to take place before those things will shift on campus.
On February 26 at 5 p.m., Durham became under a new North Carolina executive order through at least March 26. This news has students hopeful that campus life will have a sense of normality so they can enjoy their remaining time on campus.
There's no guarantee that everything will just magically go back to normal. Safety is something we're always going to have to consider, how things are progressing, what do things look like on a community level, and just making sure our students are staying safe.
Application for student housing has already been sent through email. Residential Life will be sending out more information on student housing processes as the time nears, as they are hopeful that the upcoming semester it'll be safer time for students to return and come back.
If you have any questions about your housing or would like to do your application, go to nccu.edu and scroll down to My Housing. Reporting for Central News, Justin Wright.
NCCU's basketball teams made a reappearance in the MEAC Tournament. I recently stepped into the field to get more on the story. Both of NCCU's basketball programs will be competing in the MEAC Tournament this year. Both teams are ranked lower than they were compared to last season, with many obstacles including limited practice time due to the pandemic. Will they be able to bring home a championship to the nest? Last season, the MEAC Tournament was canceled halfway through due to the pandemic. The men were declared the MEAC champions for the sixth time in a row because of their regular season ranking, and the women's team was robbed of a promising chance to join them. This year, both teams are going to be up for a challenge, staying safe and defeating their opponents.
Our take on the team is we don't care what we rank or anything. We just got to go out there and make sure we play our basketball, you know what I'm saying, and just make sure we fine-tune little things.
Multiple teams have decided not to compete this year because of players who tested positive for their respective programs or other circumstances. The tournament began Thursday and will continue on through Saturday afternoon. The winner gets a chance to play in the NCAA March Madness tournament. This, of course, will not be easy, especially for NCCU's women's team. Their starting lineup has been a toss-around because of positive COVID cases as well as injuries, including their leading scorer, senior guard Keisha White.
I still feel very confident because I know what we have in our locker room, even though the record doesn't show it. We've got the pieces. Now we can say some of us on this roster have the experience of what to do and how the intensity level changes in the MEAC tournament.
In response to acts of injustice, NCCU's women's basketball team has been taking a knee. Let's take a look at what Devontae has to report.
Thanks, Ceylon. NCCU is known for taking a stand for the black community. But the women's basketball team has been taking a knee alongside other teams across the U.S., bringing an awareness to the social injustice in the community.
With recent deaths such as Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and a number of others in the black community, many athletes have taken a knee to symbolize solidarity.
It doesn't make any sense that after all these years we're still going through with police brutality and discrimination.
During this season, the NCCU women's basketball is doing much more than just playing the game. They have joined the movement to be a part of something much bigger than any sport.
They feel like it's good for this situation. I feel like they should put their front foot forward and, keep doing it, do what they believe in, and don't listen to the outside noise.
With the women's basketball team being the only NCCU program making this statement, they are hoping to bring more awareness to the campus and justice for the community.
To keep up to date with the women's basketball team, tune in to Central News on Fridays. Reporting for Central News, Devontae Wedlock.
Durham Public Schools are going back to in-person learning. Justin Moses has more on the story.
School doors are getting ready to open as Durham Public Schools are returning back to in-person learning after nearly a year of remote classes.
The North Carolina State Legislature sent the governor a bill that requires the state's K-12 public school districts to offer in-person learning again after nearly a year of remote learning for some students. Elementary schools such as East Club Boulevard will begin to return to classrooms in the next 2 weeks.
We have been providing remote instruction for almost a year to the day from when we will open, and it's really important at this point to offer our families in-person learning options for those families and students that really need to be provided instruction in person, particularly our very young students who remote learning may not be the best way to educate them, and also for our students with disabilities who really need in-person instruction and to receive those supports that they really need face-to-face.
Parents and staff do have their concerns about students returning to in-person learning during a pandemic.
The procedures, going to the bathroom, moving around in the hallways, having to be distanced from all of our friends is going to be the biggest challenge.
Elementary school students are set to return March 15th. Middle and high school students will be phased starting April 8th, and specialty high school students will return March 18th. For K-5 students, the district will follow a 4-day school week with Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays with face-to-face instruction. Wednesdays will be designated as a wellness day for all students, where students will complete their assignments at home.
If you want to learn more about what's going on in Durham, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at @NCCU_Central News. I'm Justin Moses reporting with Central News.
Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out Central News Fridays at noon. And remember, it's a great day to be an Eagle.